like an hour and 15, I think.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
And I have sniffed so much Yeti that my head immediately became shaped for a flat brim.
When did you know you really liked Cameron?
We became buddies like immediately.
Like
Once
right
we
off the
became
bat?
Friends. Yeah. Well, I had him on my podcast. It's the first time I met him, and he brought me a Hoyt bow. So how could I not love him?
I did.
What did you think when that happened?
I thought I made it.
I love it.
I thought I finally made it.
This is Tim Burnett with Solo Hunter, and you're listening to my favorite podcast, The Gritty Bowman.
I just Randy Black Eagle.
That's it. Boom.
That's my.
That's how we roll. Just drop the mic and walk away.
Okay, folks, welcome to the Gritty Bowman Podcast. I'm here at the Mountain Ops headquarters, world headquarters, in
the impressive world headquarters.
Impressive world headquarters in North Salt Lake City. And I'm joined by Casey Harbertson of Mountain Ops.
Hello,
and Corey Jacobsen from Elk 101, and also, world elk calling champion of the world, except not this year.
I thought we were going to wait to bring that up.
Just tear the Band-Aid off.
Dirk called you up, didn't he? He's like, I'm tired of being speed bump and getting thrown under the bus. So I'm going to make sure Brian throws you under the bus.
Yeah, I didn't need any encouragement from Dirk.
Great.
But no, I am curious. Today we are going to this podcast is, we're going to share a little info about what's going on. We got some cool things going on between Mountain Ops and Elk 101, and we want to make that information available to all the gritty listeners. But before we do that, I do want to discuss your loss. How did that happen?
It's competition, and that's the way it goes. Brian Langley is one of the nicest guys I know. And if I'm going to get beat, I want to get beat by somebody that's nice. Whether they're better than me or not, I want to get beat by somebody that's nice. Fortunately, Brian's a good caller, too.
Is he better looking?
Yeah, we don't need to go there.
So nicer, better looking. So
and better caller.
He's who we have to look forward to for the next 10 years, then, is what you're saying.
He is a great caller. Yeah.
Oh, he's been on the scene for a long time. He's beat you before.
He has. Yeah, in fact, Brian and I think in the last 7 or 8 years, we've gone back and forth first and second pretty much every year. And he's just a great guy. So it's a lot easier for me to be humble when I lose and be a good sportsman when I get beat by somebody who's nice.
Plus someone as talented as Brian. He's cool. He's not like it's not like he just popped up.
Yeah.
He's been around a long time and very, very skilled. So, we read the book Ego is the Enemy, right? And so I figure that this experience this year, coming in at second place, really helped you cultivate that humility.
Yeah, it's. I'm a competitor. I hate to lose. I mean, I just really hate to lose. It doesn't. There's nothing personal about who beats me.
Yeah,
I just don't like to lose.
Yeah.
So
me either.
I'm coping with it,
but I deal with it pretty well. Aaron doesn't like to lose.
No.
I lose pretty well. Like we were just talking about this. Somebody asked me the other day. They said, "Will you enter this event?" And I'm like, "Well, I won't win it, but I'll go." They're like, and then someone else asked me to go to another event, and I'm like, I'll probably be dead last, like the Vortex Extreme. I'm enrolling in that. I have no idea how to shoot a rifle. And they're like, but you'll be like at the last, and I'm like, yeah. So what?
Somebody's got to take last.
I'm all about entering events that I'm going to lose.
See, and I only enter events that I know I can win. So that's
yeah. And Aaron's the same way. Like he doesn't want to do any kind of race or hike or climb unless he's going to win. And so in that regard, we make a good partnership because I'm okay with losing.
I'm okay with losing, but it depends on what it is.
Yeah.
If it's life or death, I can't lose. So I'll do whatever it takes to win. But if I was to lose an elk calling competition, my life doesn't survive on that like it does on yours. Right. So I'm like, oh, frick. Whatever.
Definitely. If it's your bread and butter,
if it's your bread and butter. Now,
you want to win that.
And that's the thing is like with the Vortex Extreme, you're like, oh, I'll probably take last place or whatever. Billy and I think we landed middle of the pack. That's something that we have fun with and dabble in. Billy's more serious than I am in it, but it's like, have fun.
Yeah,
I like having
for sure.
fun. So if it's something that it's going to be fun, that's where I pull from that experience is that was a lot of fun, even though I didn't take first place.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I guess I take losing well.
Yeah.
Well,
and I think that when you do enter contests like that and you're middle of the road, finisher, I still learn a lot. Like I like being kind of a jack of all trades, master of none.
Yeah.
I just and I certain personality. People have different personalities for different things, but I'm never the guy that wants to be the best at this one thing. Like I think it takes a certain amount of anal retentiveness and which Corey has, but I don't. So.
Ego is the Enemy podcast version 2 starting now.
So no, but anyway, we have some things to go over today, and one of those things is this. We have the Mountain Ops Vault opening, and you guys are doing a little promotion in coordination with Elk 101, and that is. Drum roll, please. You're giving away a Montana elk hunt with Corey Jacobsen, Elk 101 Mountain Ops
this year.
So it's coming up. It's September.
Yeah.
18th through the 23rd of September are the hunt dates. And tell me about this elk hunt. And so basically, Corey is expected to call in a giant bull for whoever wins this hunt.
Oh, if it's not a 400-inch bull, I don't expect the individual that comes with us to shoot by any means.
Oh, okay.
It's 400 or bust where we're going. The fences, it's these 30-foot
the
vinyl
picture's starting to
fences.
come together now. You were saying we only need you there for 2 days because it's going to be a slam dunk. There's elk everywhere. They're big bulls. Now you're telling me it's high fence?
No. I didn't say high fence. I just said a 30-foot vinyl fence.
Yeah.
That's left to you.
No, seriously.
30
Seriously, tell us about what is this?
Okay, so before I tell you about it, I want to tell you kind of how we work at Mountain Ops here. When did we start working on this?
Long time ago.
Yeah. Corey called me like 2 weeks ago, and he's like, "I want to do something cool," and I'm like, "So do I. What should we do?" And I said, what's your schedule? And we started looking at dates, started looking at things. I'm like, let's take these 6 days and carve out a hunt, and we're going to get you, me, Trevor. We're going to get our hunt winner, and we're going up to Montana. We're going to go chase screaming bulls during the best time and do some type of promotion giveaway so that one lucky individual can be able to do it. So we went to the drawing board, started looking at dates, started trying to find things, started looking at tags, and we came up with, a Montana archery hunt that works with our schedule, works with the tags that we've drawn and everything else that we've got going. So the 18th through the 23rd is what we're looking at. And the cool thing about the 18th through the 23rd, and it's funny that we don't have anything set up for this previous because of what Corey explained to me as we were talking about when should we do this, what he likes to call the perfect storm.
Which 2017 is probably the best year on calendar for elk hunting that I can remember in a long time. Just everything lines up. We've got the fall equinox on September 22nd, which is what kicks the estrus in for the cows. I mean, that's really what fires up the peak rut. We've got no moon, so new moon is on like the 18th. So we have the full moon's at the beginning of the month, the beginning of October. So it's the perfect moon phase. It's the perfect timing on the calendar for the cows coming into estrus. As long as the weather's good, it should be absolutely off the charts for calling.
Yeah. So whoever it is that gets to join us, it's going to be the experience of a lifetime. A couple of reasons. I selfishly wanted to do this when Corey and I started talking about it because I'm like, I get to learn a little bit from Corey, I'm selfishly extremely excited about this opportunity. But that individual, you watching right now, listening right now, whether you've never hunted elk before, whether you don't have any tags this year, we're opening up an opportunity for you to potentially experience the perfect storm with hopefully people that you would like to share elk camp with.
Yeah, and if not, you know,
You're going to have to come anyways, or we'll give it to somebody else. But no, it's awesome. If you've never shot a bow before, you're not into archery, there's a prize package that's associated with it that we're not going to tell you everything that's in it. There's roughly, what did we
over
calculate?
$5,000.
Over $5,000 worth of gear that the person is going to be taking on this hunt.
And what's cool about this, Casey's not kidding that this just came about a couple weeks ago. Jordan and I can't, without these headphones, you know, I can't hear. I'm not hearing anything, so I'm not speaking well either. Jordan
As long
and
as you can call, that's all we care about. You don't have to say anything.
I
just
see
call.
my purpose. No, Jordan and I talked last year about doing something big. And so I called and said, hey, let's do something for 2018. Let's get it on the calendar. And Casey's like, well, let's do it this year. I'm like, we're going to have to put this together in 2 weeks and launch this and draw a winner in July to make this happen. He's like, no problem. Let's do it. So we've rounded up over $5,000 in gear and got the hunt all put together and ready to go in a matter of just a couple of weeks. So this is super exciting.
Yep, it is. I'm just as excited as can be because I wasn't planning on doing anything with the way the archery hunt works here in Utah. Our archery season ends, I think, on the 9th this year, and then it goes into the extended. So I was thinking about going back up to North Idaho, where you and I and Aaron went looking for redemption.
You are desperate.
Yeah, well, I think Aaron's sitting over here. You're heading up, right? You're crazy. Oh, are you going too now?
You
want it that bad too?
I do want redemption. I shot a wolf, but I blew it on a nice bull elk there.
Well, I'll tell you, it kind of sounds like you might want to go the 18th through the 23rd from what Corey's saying, but that was going to be my fallback plan B, and then the guy that we go with, Ryan, he's got a moose hunt, so I didn't know what was happening. So anyways, we put this together, but the cool thing about Elk 101, the cool thing about Mountain Ops is we love our customers. We love our family, if you will, so much that we want to try and give back. We wish we could give elk hunts to everyone. Yeah. We wish that we could take everyone. But because that's not physically possible, whoever it is that wins is going to be treated like a king.
This is really cool, especially for, and if you're one of those guys that's never been elk hunting before, or if you've got quite a bit of experience, but, I mean, not very often do you get to hunt with a guy who keeps winning the world elk calling championship.
Top 2 anyway.
And you know, not only does he win that, but he actually kills elk every year as well. So lots of elk. So you're talking about one of the best elk hunters in the world. Well, he shoots little elk most of the time, but
I think I've listened to like 6 Gritty Bowman podcasts this week, and at least 16 times Brian said, the trophy for me is the meat. It's not the horns.
That's right.
The trophy for me is the meat.
It's all
so
about
what's
that.
this about shooting little bulls? Do they not have meat? Or they just don't have as much meat? Is that what it was?
I'm going for the big booty, the big rump. So how does someone, how do people enter to win, or how do they get, how do they win this thing?
There's 2 different ways to enter.
Mm-hmm.
Both of them give the same result.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll talk about one way, and I'll have Corey talk about another way. So if you've experienced what we do here at Mountain Ops, when we do have a vault, usually it's associated around some type of a promotion of some kind. What we do is every $5 spent at Mountain Ops gets you 1 entry for this hunt.
Yeah.
For the gear package. Excuse me. And for everything associated during that promotion that ties you in through the rules and regulations. So you go to mountainops.com, you purchase your Yeti, you purchase your Enduro, your Magnum, your ammo, whatever it is, your Ignite. If you're normally buying it that month, you're automatically entered. There's no special promo code you have to associate with this. It's just you go and you make your order. So somebody who doesn't even know they're ordering could actually win this.
Okay.
The other cool thing that we've got going, so that's for all Mountain Ops products, so supplements, gear, decals, you name it. Every $5 you spend, 1 entry, you do the math. So the other cool thing we're doing is Corey has an online course that educates you and teaches you about elk hunting. I'm not going to go in on that. Or about that. I'm going to let Corey do that. But what's cool is we will be selling that course on our website, as well as Corey will be selling it on Elk 101, that you will get extra entries for purchasing a membership to that course.
Right.
And we will then give the information that's needed, so because the course lives on Corey's site, so that the individual will be able to go to Elk 101 and be a part of the course. So you can make purchases on Mountain Ops, and then you can purchase the course either on Mountain Ops or Elk 101, and those get you entered. And the cool thing with the course is it's extra entries. So
Totally.
How does it work on your end with Elk 101?
Yeah, so at Elk 101, you just go to elk101.com, click on the online course link, and every person who signs up during this promotion, whether it's a renewal, whether it's a first-time sign-up, anyone who signs up during the promotion is going to get entries in the promotion. And the really cool thing is it's $99 for the online course. There are 17 modules, 43 or 44 chapters. It goes through everything imaginable that you can think of when it comes to elk hunting, from planning to calling setups, the whole works. But when you spend that $99, you don't just get the regular 19 chances in the promotion that you'd regularly get. You're going to get 50 chances.
Yeah.
So huge opportunity there for anyone who signs up during the promotion, 50 chances in the promotion. And then you can go to Mountain Ops and buy the supplements and the product and get even more chances.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, we've talked about the course when it first launched. We have a podcast. If people, I was looking it up trying to find which number it was. I can't recall. There's kind of a list now. So
the cool thing about not being able to recall is the discount code that we used back when we initially launched it is no longer active. So we can give them a new one here. And
Yes, which that code is.
Well, what we're going to do is you'll be able to use the code GRITTY on mountainops.com and elk101.com. You'll save 10% off of all supplements, gear, decals, whatever it is, accessories that you want to buy at Mountain Ops, as well as saving 10% on the online course.
Yeah. And the online course is set up as a membership, so you get access for a year. Since we've launched it, we've added a whole bunch of really cool features, and over the next couple of days and couple of weeks here, we're going to be adding a whole lot more.
And I just want to say, as far as that course goes, for people who are just sort of new listeners to Gritty Bowman, that haven't been here with us this whole time, this course is worth nobody has ever purchased this and been like, that was a mistake. Like everything I've ever heard about this is the best money ever spent toward elk hunting. So this is a legit course. This is something that stand behind, put my stamp of approval on. That is an absolute every guy that regardless of what stage of elk hunting experience you have should invest in. It's an excellent course. Corey is.
Hold on, Brian. I want to add to that. You said every guy, every gal also. There are several females who have signed up for the course and are loving it as well.
And I think one thing just to note about Corey is he's really good at breaking things down and then explaining them in a easy to understand format. Aaron's good at that too. There's some people who are really good at it. You're really good at it, and so the course is really well done. So I think that's something that people should invest in anyway. And then, dang man, if you do that right now, then you get all those entries into this promotion, and maybe you'll win an elk hunt.
Yeah,
Brian, can I? Go ahead, Casey.
I was just going to say, I'll share a personal testimonial from your course when I signed up last year and how I applied it in last season. One of the biggest questions I've always had, and a lot of times, yes, you do have to go through a lot of trial and error to be able to learn, but this is one thing that I was like, I need to speed the process of learning on this up, and that was where and how to set up, because a lot of times I'm hunting with a lot of different guys. I wish that the groups of guys I would go with would be more consistent as far as so that we're always on the same page, but it's not. So what was cool is because you were able to break down, the calling sequences, how to set up, where to do this and this type of scenario. You played out so many scenarios. As I was able to verbally let individuals know, kind of in the same language that you did in the course, like, this is where I need you to be. Like, be right here. Where before I'm like, how do I tell that guy that I need to be here? And this is the reason why. In the course, I learned it. So we got guys set up a lot better and saw more success. So for me, just that one little bit of knowledge, that little nugget, if you will, 10 times paid for the $99 that it was to sign up for the course. So
that's awesome. You know, and that's really, we can tell people how to do things all day long, but until they understand why they need to do it. And so that's what the course is really about, the why, especially when it comes to setups and calling and hunting elk. It's why do we need to do this? What's going through the elk's mind when they come in? How can we get inside that mind or play to their senses and how they're using their senses? And so understanding the why is so important, because then when things happen on the fly, which they do with elk hunting, you can adjust because you aren't just stuck in a procedure. How you understand the why and can adjust to it.
Yeah, no, it was awesome. So I personally am just giving my personal endorsement for it, for whatever that's worth for you. Maybe nothing. I don't know. But it's awesome. It's extremely educational. And I'm not an individual that likes to sit down and read a lot. So the videos were awesome. And there's a lot of video on there as well for individuals that may not like to just sit and read everything like myself. But
yeah, and don't think you're going to sign up for this and go through it in a couple hours. It's
oh my gosh,
it's 120,000 words. It's over 70 videos. It's 43 chapters. I mean, it's a true online education.
Yeah, it's just like any book or any resource for education. You can go back a couple weeks later, a month later, and learn something new by reading over the exact same material.
So, Casey, another thing to note is Mountain Ops has some new products. Right?
Yes, we do. We just launched we've launched 3 new products this year. We've launched our Ignite, which is our energy and focus.
Yep.
That has been so much fun to create. And if you haven't tried the Ignite yet, you've got to try it. Basically, what we wanted to do was destroy Red Bulls, Monsters, energy drinks, and the guy that feels like I need my pick-me-up in the afternoon. So I'm going to drive to the gas station, spend $3 on a Monster, and that's what's going to get me through the day. We wanted a healthy alternative for it. We wanted it to do more for you as well. So essentially what we did is we took our Enduro, which is a cardio enhancer, and then we took energy and focus properties from the Blaze, which is our energy and focus product, added that to it, and then we took even more energy and focus products from a new blend that we came up with that we call our Ignite Brain Blend that goes in and stimulates the mind, enhances cognitive function. It even makes colors. Science has shown that it makes colors. You see like colors brighter. And it's pretty incredible. So what it does in its simplest form is enhances cardio performance, increases energy, focus, cognitive function, and hydrates the cells. So where you can apply that more than just, okay, I need to get rid of a Monster and I need something more healthy. When using this in a hunting scenario or like the Vortex Extreme, that was the only product I used last year. It stimulates the brain at such a smooth level that it takes the world from here to here. And when you're sitting behind the glass, when you're sitting behind the gun, sitting behind a bow, you feel confident, you feel energized, you feel focused, you don't feel shaky, and it just helps you to perform. And then the cardio side is what you experience, where I kick the trash out of you going up that hill. It really does help with cardio performance.
I can't remember that whole thing.
Do you want to look at the back of my head? Tell me if you remember what that was. No, that has been the product that we are most excited about because of all the product testing and development that went into that last year. So we just launched another flavor. So we've got grape. We've got green apple. Everybody has been raving about green apple, and we just launched pink lemonade for this summer. Yep. And I'll tell you what, have you guys tried the pink lemonade?
Yeah, it's pretty legit.
Okay, you're a huge
green apple. I don't know what you put in it, but it's like crack. I mean, you come back to that, it's like I just have to have the taste.
Honestly, all 3 flavors are money because I love the grape.
So wait, but you and I were talking. What I never heard. Did you like the pink lemonade better than the green apple? Or are you still sold?
I wouldn't say there's something about the green apple that I can drink like 32 ounces of water in one sitting and it just goes down smooth.
So that will be your staple. Green apple.
Same here.
I haven't eaten anything else since February. I've strictly lived off of Green Apple Ignite.
Well, you look fantastic.
No, I'm with Corey
my
though.
cognitive function.
Green apple is my first go-to, and then I'll alternate with the grape and the pink lemonade, just depending on if I want to just deviate a little bit. For the most part, it's green apple.
Cool.
Word of caution though. Don't drink it at 6 o'clock at night.
No, I mean that's the thing is what I would recommend.
I didn't need that advice. Like I kind of figured that out.
You do after the first time when you're laying there at 2 a.m. just looking at the ceiling, going, "Man, I should be doing something productive right now."
I still have energy.
No, it's true. Like I'm very careful about which Mountain House products I consume. Like after 2 o'clock.
Yeah. What I found for me personally. And I'm glad you brought that up because I think this is great to educate anyone that's currently using it or is thinking about using it. We have a 20-hour release of energy on Yeti, Enduro, and Ignite. Mm-hmm. And so when you take that 20 hours into effect. That's not 20 hours of, oh my gosh, I feel awesome. It's a smooth release of energy and then it tapers. Mm-hmm. So after 4 o'clock, I will not take more than half a scoop. If I'm not doing physical activity, I won't take more than, I'll make a half a scoop, but I usually don't drink the whole thing. Just because I know how much liquid and everything with a half scoop I need to make so it tastes good, but it gives you that much energy that you need. If I'm hunting and it's 4 o'clock, I will take a half scoop. If I've got a big hike back, I'll take a full scoop. If I know I'm doing a lot of physical energy, but just listen to your body. But because there's no crash on our products like you experience with other people's products, just know, like, if you take it at 6 o'clock at night, you may be up for a while. Yeah, you may need to just finish the basement or get that homework done or whatever it is. But
very cool.
So now tell us, Corey. I know there's a few new things that you've added to the course.
Yeah, so we've got the course, we built it last year. We launched it. It's been really great. A lot of people are coming back saying, we want to renew. Is there anything new coming out? We want to be involved. And so we've spent the last 6 months really ramping things up. And so there's a completely new module that's being added to it. We didn't have a whole lot on post-rut, late season elk hunting tactics, the rifle crowd. So I've teamed up with Randy Newberg, and he's created an entire module on post-rut, late season hunting. It's incredible. Some of the stuff that I've seen, the outline for it, and he's doing a lot more video than writing, so it's going to be really interactive. We've got that coming out. We just launched the Fire Away Q&A video series, which members from the online course can send me the question. If they have a question about elk hunting, I'll do a video response to it and post it out there so everybody gets to see the questions and answers. We've launched a new elk call, diaphragm elk call, and it is only going to be available to members of the University of Elk Hunting online course for the rest of 2017, just to help us further refine the product testing on it. More testing and development has went into that elk call than any elk call ever, and we just want to continue dialing it in. So got that. Then the really big things are we are launching an app, a mobile app for the online course. So the entire course, you'll be able to download it on the phone, iPod, whatever, take it out in the field. You won't need an internet connection anymore. You'll be able to view it, watch the videos, everything on a plane or out in the field, standing next to your first elk laying there on the ground. You're like, now what do I do?
How do I take trophy photos?
Exactly. You pull up the gutless method video and walks you through it right there in the field. So
that's awesome.
That, and then this awesome promotion. This promotion is going to be incredible. Just the opportunity to, like you said, give back to those who follow us and who support us, and be able to spend a couple days in the peak of the rut in September in Montana with one of them is going to be pretty awesome.
Yep. And it's going to be you. You. So go to mountainops.com. Every $5 spent. Go to Elk 101. Go get signed up on the online course and use the promo code GRITTY at checkout and save 10%.
Yeah. Excellent, guys. Thanks for coming on the podcast.
Yeah.
Cool stuff coming down the pipe. So
absolutely.
We'll put a little plug out there for the next month or so and let people, keep reminding people to check it out. Thanks again, man.
No, thank
Appreciate
you, man.
it.
Thank you.
Stay gritty.
Hey, stay
gritty.
Bye, Corey. Casey.
The future of public lands. All of us own them, all of us use them. Political activists are demanding us to hand over the public lands where the state's legislators could transfer and control these lands. U.S. citizens own 640 million acres of public lands, which creates 6.1 million jobs and generates $646 billion per year.
States have been selling off land to pay bills for over 100 years, thus closing access to the public. 39% of original 64 million acres have been sold. The cost of land management would break most state budgets. For instance, who will pay the hundreds of millions of dollars to fight major wildfires each year? It doesn't matter how many promises are made. The financial reality is it will force states to have to sell off our public land.
President Theodore Roosevelt said, "We must preserve our lands for future generations, not merely to the people now alive, but to the unborn people. Our duty to the whole bids us restrain an unprincipled present-day minority from wasting the heritage of these unborn generations."